Okay.
Yeah, definitely make sure that you're able to move your tokens, and then I will explain how Foundry works. It'll just take a moment or two. And
Okay.
you should only have control of your own token. I don't believe you can move anyone else's token. So you can go ahead and
Okay. Yeah.
verify that.
No.
Yep. Yep. Only your own token. Now, Foundry for Luke, your first time, right?
Correct.
And I believe, and Hassan, is this your first time as well?
Yes, in this type of setting.
Have you ever used Foundry before, a virtual
Mm,
tabletop?
nope.
Okay, so let me explain how Foundry works. This is going to be kind of our table. If we were all around a table, I will use this to put up artwork, to put up maybe images or maps or things like that. You can use it to control your character sheet as well as to make dice rolls. So if we look at Foundry, right now we are all in a scene. We've got our tokens here, and you can
Yeah.
move your own token, and you just drag it to wherever you want to go. If you need to zoom in or out, you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse and it will zoom it in or zoom it out. If for some reason the screen gets shifted off to the side, you can hold down the right button and drag it back to the center.
Yeah,
So if
that
that
saved
happens
my
to
life
anyone.
the other night.
Yeah, I think that happened on Sunday in Dragonbane, right? You're
Yeah.
like, everybody's up on the side. What happened? If you look at the top right of your screen, there is a utility bar, and there's going to be a couple buttons that will be important. So the first one, it looks like some little bubbles, like chat bubbles. That's the chat bar. So if you want to like leave a message, I can write, hello in the chat bar, hit return, and everyone can see it. I can also roll dice from here. To roll dice, you do the /R and then a space, and then you can type what you want to roll. So I can do like a D100 is what we're going to do the most of. And it will physically roll the dice, so we can see I just got a 45. And then it will show the score up in the chat bar. Perfect. Yep. So there's another way you can roll dice. Below where you would type in the roll, there's pictures of dice. And you can click on one of the dice and roll it. If anyone wants to go ahead and try that out, you go ahead and roll that. We're probably not going to use those methods, but just in case, if you like, I don't know where my character sheet went or what to do, you can always just default to rolling it that way. And then it will tell me who rolled it and what the score was. If you go back up to where those chat bubbles were, there is another icon. It looks like a head and shoulders. It'll say actors. If you ever can't find your character sheet, click on that and it will show you all the character sheets. Or, excuse me, it will show you your character sheet. You can click on your character, single click, and it will pull up your sheet. And so let's make sure everyone can access their character sheet. I should have the ownership set up for everyone correctly. But just make sure you can open your character sheet. If anyone cannot, let me know.
Right now.
Is it working for everyone?
Yeah, I'm in my character sheet.
Perfect. So then the last one of those icons that will be important, there is a musical note, and I can play some sounds on here. I'm going to start some background music, and you have your own control over volume if you want to turn the music up or down. Just kind of do it to your preference. And then I believe that's all we need for the taskbar. The other way you can pull up your character sheet, you can single click your token, or excuse me, double click your token, and it will pull up your character sheet. And if we look at the sheets, it will tell you your name and your occupation. There's an age and a sex. That doesn't really come into play here. What we're really after are the abilities, the attributes to the side, like strength, constitution, size, dexterity, appearance, intellect, power, and education, as well as all of the skills that are listed down below. And they should be in kind of alphabetical order. Sometimes, like after fast talk, there's going to be fighting, and then that has like brawl and throw. So those fall under the fighting category. But anytime you need to roll, let's say I ask you to, if I ask, actually, let me pull up Sala since no one is playing Sala. If I have Sala, say, Sala, give me a mechanical repair roll. Then I can hover over mechanical repair, I can click on it, and then it will ask me, do I want to do a regular roll? For most cases, we will do a regular roll. If I tell you that you can have a bonus dice, you can move the slider to give you a bonus die, and I'll explain what happens there. But for all intents and purposes, you click on the skill and then click roll, and it will, in the chat bar, it will say Sala is wanting to do a mechanical repair roll. I'll click on roll in the chat bar and it will roll my dice. And so I got a 30. Now Sala's skill in mechanical repair is a 40, so he rolled under his score. That's a success. So the higher your score, the more likely you are to succeed at it. In the chat bar, you can also see there's a star above the 30. That star means he got a success. Now, why doesn't everyone just try a sample skill roll? Just make sure you can get it to roll. Maybe everyone do like a mechanical repair roll or whatever roll you think sounds fun.
Okay. Well, since I am an archaeologist, I will do an
Do
archaeology
an archaeology roll. There we go. So you got a 30. So you got 2 stars. So if you roll below your score, that counts as a success. If you roll below the half of your score, that's considered a special success or a hard success. If you roll below 1/5 of your score, and you don't need to know these numbers, this is just how the system works, that's an extreme success. And a special success beats a regular success, and an extreme success beats a hard success. If you roll a 1, that's a critical success.
Oh shit!
So
That's
a 98.
very counterintuitive.
It's a little different. Yeah. So you want to roll under your score. It makes sense at the end when you are improving, because you can say, how good am I at mechanical repair? I'm 40% good, and if I improve, I'm 45% good. So I just have to roll under whatever that score is. Is there a question?
Yeah, I don't know if I did it right. Mine says opposed roll card. I don't think.
So let's. So it's probably because it's fast talk. So you may be trying to. So someone would have to roll that against you. So try a different one. Okay. Now we can see a 98 on there for Barton Rohde. So 98, that's a failure. In fact, that's a fumble. So someone, there we go. So you can see there, Barton Rohde just pushed his roll. Now, Clara, you might remember from Dragonbane, you could push your roll, and you would take a condition. That doesn't happen here. If you want to push your roll, you can. You have to justify what you're doing, like what different, what sort of different thing are you doing to try that again. And if you succeed, you succeed. If you fail, something bad will happen. So that's the risk of pushing a roll. So as you can see, Barton pushed that roll and he succeeded. So he would have done well with that.
Like a double or nothing kind of thing.
Exactly. And but if you fail, something will happen. You may take damage. You may take sanity loss, which we'll talk about here in just a second. It's going to be detrimental. So if you succeeded in your roll, and some of you did, you may notice on your character sheet that it filled in a little sun bubble next to the score, like a little yellow dot on there. That comes into play at the end. That lets you know which scores you can try to improve, and that's how you level up in this game. There's no levels; you just improve your skills, and the more you adventure, the higher your skills get. And then eventually you just become better and better at all the things you do. Just like in regular life, the more we do something, the better we get at it. So to the left side of your character sheet, there's a red box with a circle that says hit points, and a red box with a diamond that says sanity. In Call of Cthulhu, like most role-playing games, you have hit points. That's the amount of physical damage that you can sustain. Sala, I think he has the most. He has 13 hit points. If he ever hits 0, he is unconscious. If he ever takes more than 13 points in one single attack, he's flat out dead. There's no saving throws, that was it. If you ever take half of your hit points in one single attack, that's called a major wound, and there's a chance that you will fall unconscious. You have to make a constitution roll to see if you can stay conscious. And then if you hit 0 with a major wound, you are dying, and someone will need to do first aid on you before you expire. Sanity is what makes Call of Cthulhu special. Sanity is your mental fortitude, your ability to shrug off those things in life that defy logic and that our unconscious mind tries to push away into dark corners where it can't affect us. Otherwise, we would go mad knowing just how horrible things in the universe could be. I may ask you at some point to make a sanity roll. If you have to make a sanity roll, just hover over where it says sanity, click on the button, and you will roll. So Sala, his sanity score right now is 50 out of 99. He needs to roll a 50 or lower, and Sala rolled a 65. He failed. So then he's going to lose sanity points. His score may drop 1 or 2 or 3 points. So the more he fails, the lower his sanity gets. Now each of... go ahead.
I was gonna say, is 99 sanity more or less good?
So 99 is the maximum. So yours probably says like, so Sala says 50/99. So 99 is the most anybody can have, but your current sanity should be less than that.
So the higher the sanity is, that's bad.
No,
right?
the higher the better. The lower the worse. So I think the two people with the lowest sanity, I think, is Iowa Jones and Barton Modi. I think have the lowest sanity scores. I think they have 40.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So if you lose now, just below your sanity score, it should say daily. There's going to be like 0/ and then a number. Like for I think Iowa and Barton, it probably says 8, and for Sala, whose character I'm looking at, says 10. If you take that many points in a single day, you are indefinitely insane, which means bad things will happen to you. You're going to have a bout of madness. You're going to go nuts, and maybe you're going to start setting fire to things, or start screaming, or start hitting whatever you can see, with whatever you can pick up. And everyone's just going to have to deal with that insane character. If you ever take 5 points of sanity loss in a single go, you are temporarily insane, which you can recover from that. The indefinite insanity, you're going to need counseling afterwards to try and get that recovered. Since this is a one-shot, it's no holds barred. So if you become indefinitely insane, don't worry about it. This character's just for tonight. But if you were doing a campaign, then you would need to try and mitigate that sanity loss. The last thing, 2 things that I want to cover is combat. If we get into combat, if you click on the combat tab on your character sheet, everyone should have like a punch, and I think one person has a knife. I think Marianne Ravenwood has a pocket knife, or yes, she's got a pocket knife. So you can click on that and make your attack roll. And when we get into combat, if we get into combat, I'll explain how that works, but if someone tries to attack you or you attack someone, they have a chance to try to dodge that or to fight back. And depending on the levels of success, depends on kind of what happens. But hit points will drop, and people in Dungeons and Dragons, they're pretty stout. They can take a lot of damage. That is not true in Call of Cthulhu. You're basically just a big bag of blood that's easily punctured, and if someone sticks you with a knife or clubs you, there's a good chance bad things are going to happen. So fighting it's not something you really want to get into, but if it's life or death, put up your dukes and let them have it. The last thing I'm going to have you do is click on your backstory. It will give you a very brief description of kind of your motivations and kind of what you're here for.
Okay. Actually, for the skills, when you click on the information tooltip, all it says is look in the manual. I'm looking in the manual. I can't find the description of the skills.
So I don't know if there is going to be a description in here. That's something that they're hoping they will put on here. So there's not an official Call of Cthulhu file for Foundry, and so
Yeah, because I was wondering if there's like a specific thing that we need to know about the skills.
not
what they do.
necessarily. As we're going, as this is a learn to play, I will say, hey, who wants to, like you could just say, I want to look at this and study it. What do I do? And I'll say, well, give me a spot hidden, or I might say, give me an appraise, or I might say, give me a history roll. So I'll tell you kind of what skill you need to do. Just tell me what you want to do, and I'll break it down into a skill for you.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so I think that is about it. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me bring up some artwork here.
Quick question, I guess.
Yes.
How can we tell other people's names based on their picture? Is there an easy way to do that?
What I could do, I can let me do this. Let me turn on everyone's have it so you can hover over their name here. Give me just a second. So right now, if you hover over Barton or Conchonery, it should show their name. Let me get everyone else set up here. Does that work if you hover over those? If not, I'll just... Okay, let me just set it so it's on there for everyone here. And I may have to pull the tokens off and put them back on. So let me just fix this real quick. So I'll set it so that the names are always on here.
So I guess, in this playthrough, we're looking for something, an artifact, perhaps.
Well, I will explain. We're actually here to do an archaeological dig.
Whoa.
And yeah, should be pretty exciting. Let me pull up this last one, and then I'm going to wipe all the tokens off here, and I'll pull them back out. We're not going to be on this screen for much longer, but let's just make sure that this pulls out names. Yeah, and there you can see names, right? I can see names.
Yeah, I can.
Perfect.
Yeah, me too.
Well, even a broken clock is right twice a day here, so let's get this up. There we go.
Okay, let's go insane.
Yes.
Send you a picture. Everyone should see a picture right now.
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. November 26th, 1924. You have been working tirelessly with shovel, spade, and trowel in the Egyptian Valley of Kings. The sun beats down upon you as you carefully unveil the facade of an ancient structure cut deep into a cliff face, buried by the sands of several millennia. Your party of contracted laborers work like busy ants, and soon a doorway is uncovered. You stand proudly at the top of 13 steps that descend to an entryway covered by a large stone slab. This is a momentous occasion. You've worked tirelessly for this, particularly for Iowa Jones. He's been out here trying to find some discovery. Just 2 years ago, King Tut's tomb was discovered, and so far Iowa has struck out. And Marianne Ravenwood is his benefactor, and she is demanding that something is found, some sort of tangible evidence. Wilma is out here to chronicle this find. Barton Modi is out here as curator of a museum trying to find antiquities to bring home. And Conchonery is a professor of languages, and he's eager to use his skills at reading Egyptian hieroglyphs as they explore this tomb. Under your watchful gaze, the laborers construct a primitive pulley system and hoist the hefty slab blocking the tomb's entrance into the sky. Stale air from the dark hallway invites you inside with the promise of untold treasure. You excitedly rush inside into the darkness. You are mere steps away from fame, fortune, and the discovery of a lifetime. As you all enter the ancient chamber, you hear a cry of alarm from one of the laborers. The stone slab behind you suddenly slams to the ground, and you are plunged into total darkness. You are trapped I need everyone to make a sanity roll. So click on sanity on your character sheets.
Oh no.
If you succeed, you will lose 1 point of sanity. So Conshonnery will lose 1 point, Iowa Jones will lose 1 point, Marianne Ravenwood will lose 1 point, and go ahead and mark these down on your character sheet. Reduce your score by 1. Can we get a roll from Barton Modi and from Wilma Scott?
Yeah.
What happened? It didn't send.
Yeah. Seems like I'm having trouble.
I can do that for you if need be.
I'm gonna try again. Hang on.
Yeah, go ahead and give it another shot.
Maybe I should have chose a different profession. Maybe I'm not as cut out for this as I thought I was.
Yeah, mine's just not. I'm hitting roll and it just doesn't do anything.
It's not responding. Okay, and which character are you?
I'm Bart.
You're Barton. I'll go ahead and roll that for you.
Yeah, and I'm Wilma, and I have the same issue.
Also, what you could do is you could open your character sheet and just click on sanity, and you can
That's
roll
what
that.
I was doing.
Oh.
So there, I just
dang.
rolled for both of you. So it should show up on the chat bar that now you can click roll on there. I'll let you both roll that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that gave me an error message.
Uh-oh.
It says something about user Bart Rody doesn't have permission.
Oof.
Let me take
Oh
a look.
yeah,
Update
I lack
that.
permission to.
That might be why Revenue She's doing the roll in the first place.
Yeah, let me take a look at this. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me configure ownership.
Okay. While you doing that, my character turns to Barton Rody, and I'm like, you're a curator. Why are you here? You seem a little bit too squishy for this endeavor, let me say.
Well, I may not be cut out for the task, but physically, but the Smithsonian's very, very interested in what we might find here.
I mean, couldn't you just like see it after we get it? Because I feel like this is not part of your job description to like go out to those sites and actually find the thing. I feel like you do that after you found it.
Well, yes, but my excuse me, my education has led me to a vast sub of ancient cultures through anthropology. You never know what you might find here. You might find something that somebody left. That only I or Dr. Shottery might find. My knowledge may be very useful.
Okay, well, and then I turn to Marianne. I'm like, and also, why are you here? You're literally just here to freaking nag on me. You really didn't have to be here.
Well, I'm here to make sure that all the money I spent didn't go to waste hiring some
Okay, but did you
imbecile,
have
perhaps.
to come? Did you have to come here physically to like breathe down my neck? I'm under a lot of stress as it is. I'm literally going into freaking decrepit old places, risking my life, and here you are like, did you meet your quota? Did you find something? It's very stressful.
I wouldn't trust barbarians such as yourself to get the job done right.
Barbarian? Excuse me, if I'm a barbarian, then why are you hiring me if you think that?
Well, you need to pick up everything that's dirty and carry it for me, of course. I'm a noble, I can't do that.
Jesus Christ, why haven't I quit yet? Oh my god. I'm only here for the benefits. I hope you know that.
I've got everyone's, made sure everyone had their sanity reduced, so both Barton and Wilma succeeded on their sanity roll, and I still went ahead and reduced that by 1. I reconfigured those controls. When we get into the next time we roll dice, we'll see if that's working. If not, we'll see if we can get this figured out.
We don't want to succeed sanity checks?
No, you do. You want to succeed on that. If you roll higher than your score, that's a good thing. If you roll lower, then you're going to lose. So everyone lost 1 point because you're plunged into darkness. But had you failed your sanity roll, you would have lost 2 points. And some of you are already Iowa and Barton Modi, you're 7 points away from indefinite insanity.
Yes.
Let me pull us
No.
to a map. Let me bring your tokens out. It is going to be very dark in here.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess I don't see is the issue.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have... You should have just a faint amount of light. Can you sort of
Yeah.
see where you're at on this map? You're right at the big stone slab that just dropped in front of you.
It's still loading for me. Oh, there we go.
Of course I'm at the front. I need to look for everything.
Jesus.
Well, you're the one with the camera, darling.
Yeah, she's in there to get pictures. You, thankfully, I believe Iowa had candles in his bag, and he's able to distribute the candles so that all you have for light are those scant few candles.
You know what, Marianne? I'm tempted to not give you a candle because you've just been very mean to me, and I don't appreciate that.
I guess I'll dock your pay then.
Well,
Can I
I mean,
have,
we're going to.
Con Shawnery and Marianne Ravenwood make a listen roll.
Listen.
Well, I mean, you can't dock my pay if you're dead, so, you know, consider that.
But
Con hears nothing.
No, I cannot hear anything over this this racket.
oh my.
Okay, so you both failed. Now let me talk about one aspect that you can use to improve your chances. So everyone is going to have luck points, and we need to roll for those luck points right now. So what I want everyone to do is to roll 3d6. And the easiest way to do that is from the chat bar, just click on the little square at the bottom 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
And you're
Okay.
gonna,
Oh
you're
my
gonna
God.
multiply
Oh.
those. You're gonna multiply those by 5, and that's how many luck points you have.
I'm a lucky girl.
Wow, I have 65. Oh my God.
Nice. Poor Con Shawnery, I think, got the short end of the stick with 20 luck points.
R.I.P., bro.
So what you will do, you can spend luck to try to succeed on a roll. So with this listen roll, you have an option. You can try to push that roll and try extra hard, but again, if you fail, something bad's going to happen. You can also spend some of your luck points on a 1-to-1 basis. So if we look at Con Shawnery, his listen skill is a 40, and he's failed it by 41 points. And he doesn't have that much luck. He couldn't spend all that luck if he wanted to. Marianne, you rolled a 69, and your listen roll is a 30, so you would need 39 points. You could theoretically spend that to try and succeed, or you can push your roll.
Right.
Okay, so-
Spending my luck on that doesn't seem worth it,
Yeah,
considering
this is
how
probably
large.
not the best place to spend your luck.
Okay, so the luck is basically making up the difference between what we rolled and what the
Yes,
successes.
if you choose to, you can spend luck that way.
Okay.
But if you don't want to, if anyone wants to try and push that listen roll, either Marianne or Con, they can push that if they so
Oh.
choose.
Did I do that? Oh, I did.
You did. So Marianne, you
Hurrah.
succeed.
I'm a lucky girl again.
I sigh.
You press your ear up to that
Solemn.
stone door, and you can hear laughter. There's speaking in Arabic. You can't quite understand what's being said, but it sounds like they're laughing. And then you hear shouting from others. There's some sort of chaotic and confusing situation going on out there. Did the laborers cause that stone to fall? Was this an accident? Or did some unseen force bring that stone crashing down? But
Those
more
ruffians.
alarmingly, the voices outside seem to fade into silence, leaving you alone in the pitch black tomb. With the candlelight, you can see that the stone slab covering the entrance of the necropolis is covered in oddly carved sigils. If anyone would like to make an occult roll, and I believe that Wilma probably has one of the higher occult ratings, perhaps you can determine what those sigils on the door might mean.
I also have a pretty high. Should I?
Yeah,
or
if
is there
you'd like
something
to.
stopping me?
Nope, you can go right ahead.
So quick question. What's stopping everyone from just rolling everything all the time?
Everyone could, but a lot of times, like as the game master, I'll say, if everyone wants to, you could say whoever succeeds, who fails, you get this information, you don't. It's up to you to then say, well, my character doesn't know that. But oftentimes I'll just pick one or two people and say, give me this roll. But if you wanted to say, hey, I want to go listen at the door too, I will let you.
I
So
see.
Marianne, you know that the sigils on the stone door are sealing sigils, used to protect and ward against those who would rob the tomb.
I see. These are what I noticed in the library back at home on the Egyptian sealing practices.
Yes, as you studied this, and you are keenly aware that you have seen this before.
That's an extremely specific practice, but I guess it came in handy.
You wouldn't understand. I have to study before everything I do, considering my high standing and, I can't risk everything on without preparing.
You know what?
Iowa,
Okay.
as the resident archaeologist, give me an archaeology roll.
No, because like my foundry is just
Oh, did it just
crashed.
crash on
I'm
you?
trying to get it back.
Yeah, just follow that same link in Discord. It should put you right back in where we are.
Yeah.
I saw you had just
I mean-
dropped out of the player list.
Yes. Okay. Well, now it's just on the title page. It's not. Let me try it on this. Oh my god. Let me try it on a different browser. Let me try it
Yeah.
on Chrome.
And while we are doing this, Wilma, why don't you give me a spot hidden roll?
A spot hidden, alright.
Alrighty.
So Wilma, as you peer down the hallway, it's difficult to see. Do you want to push that roll or spend luck?
Hey, how do I do that?
So if you want to spend luck, let's see, you have 30 points of luck and your spot hidden score is a 55 and you rolled a 60. You would need to spend 5 points.
Okay.
So you can just take 5 points off of there.
That's not so bad.
Not so bad. And then I'm going to put up some artwork here.
Okay, I'm back. So when she does that, I can do my archaeology roll.
Yes, please.
And
So,
what do I do next?
So, Wilma, you see that there are limestone chips scattered across the floor. It looks like the ceiling is flaking off to some extent, and the walls, in areas, you notice cracks in the walls, as though this is an unstable underground excavation. And then Iowa, if you want to give me that archaeology roll.
Okay. Yes.
That is a
sir.
success. So you know that these limestone chips indicate a prior excavation. So someone has been here before.
Gosh.
Probably not
I-
a tomb robber, but probably an excavation. Someone was digging in here within probably the last 100 or 200 years. But you've
how do
heard
I
nothing of this. This is all news to you.
Man, you think I would know about this, but no.
Yeah, there's no record of this find.
Well, that seems a little bit suspicious, I'm not going to lie.
You see damaged and faded hieroglyphs along the walls. The candlelight highlights cracks running through many of the frescoes. In the darkness at the end of the passageway, and you can begin to move forward if you like. The vague shapes of furniture or similar objects can just be seen. You notice that the air is growing thin, suggesting that unless you find a way out, there's a possibility that you suffocate.
Oh, well then. I guess we better get to stepping then.
Say, are there any hieroglyphs on the wall?
There are. Would you like to make a language? You should have an Egyptian hieroglyph glyph language skill.
Most certainly.
You got a 76. That is a success. You note that the etchings seem to tell a story. They depict a pharaoh who appears to possess great powers beyond those of ordinary mortals. The disjointed images on the panels show him smiting those who do not follow him, and that many suffered and perished under his rule.
Yes, not dissimilar from the Narmer palette. Yes, pose most taken by pharaohs to assert their dominance and show that they were the true conquerors of the Egyptian kingdom.
Yes, the smiting pose is very common in Egyptian artwork. It basically shows the pharaoh larger than everyone else in the image, bringing his mace down upon their skulls, or preparing to bring his mace down, and everyone else is subjugated to his power.
Oh, interesting. I'm guessing this is historically accurate?
In a sense, much of this will be historically accurate.
Okay.
If you want to explore that passageway, you're welcome to move your tokens around.
Okay.
But can Wilma do a check to see if she would have found something in her research about the previous dig?
Yes, give me a history roll.
Ooh, that's a good idea. History.
Maybe I should do the same thing, because, I would probably know that.
You can
too.
also do a library use roll, which would be what you have studied up on it. I'll let you choose whichever you have a higher score on.
So it's between archaeology and libraries?
History
Or history and library?
But if, you know
yeah.
what, if you can give me a good reason why archaeology could be there, I would let that happen. Well, it didn't even matter because Wilma got a success. So you have thoroughly researched this for the article that you're going to write, and there has been no mention of anything here. And you have poured through all of the findings, all of the journals. No one has been in this location before. Whatever happened here never saw the light of day. Now, Khan, where you are right now, you notice that there are cracks in the wall, small openings, roughly 2 feet wide, stretching 4 feet into the rock wall.
Well, let's say, Iowa, you're the archaeologist here. Why don't you have a look at this?
You want to go poke your head in there, Iowa?
You want me to put my head in a hole in a temple that is literally crumbling? Are you trying to kill me?
Well, take caution. These could, of course, be traps.
If you like, Iowa, give me a spot hidden roll to see how well you kind of survey this to see if it could be dangerous.
You know what? If this kills me, I'm going to be dead, so I can't really do anything. But
I
just
won't
know
let
that my
anyone
ghost
die
is going to
this
be very
early into the
angry.
adventure. If something tragic happens and someone was to die here, we would retcon it so you could at least continue on, at least into the next room.
Okay.
But
Well,
that's
my
not to
ghost
say
will
you
be
won't
very
be horribly
angry.
disfigured in the next few minutes. 86. So, you kind of peek in there and you are cautious because you know that sometimes these tombs have been trapped because one of the greatest fears of the pharaohs was tomb robbers, because they were buried with all of their gold and all of their riches and enough to supply them through the afterlife. And their greatest fear was that someone would come to take that. And as you begin to poke around, it's very deep. As you peer into the wall, several feet, you have to extend your arm into that crack to see what is at the end. As you reach your arm in, it's met with just blackness, until there, at the very end, you see a small face looking at you. And you recoil for a second, and then realize it is a small statue. It is a linen-wrapped mummy, most likely a dog. It has a wooden head on it. This is something that you are familiar with as an archaeologist. Many times, animals were mummified and buried with the kings. Dogs, cats, ibises, all of these were common offerings. And many times these were left in shrines dedicated to the gods.
Okay, so am I like at a position where I can grab the thingy?
Yeah, do you want to try and pull one out?
I'm a little bit scared because, like, you know what? If it's trapped, which it probably is, then that's not going to. Is there any way to tell if it's trapped?
Well, you have to stick your arm in pretty deep. It's in several feet to try and get that. You almost have to stick your shoulder and head into this crack, and it's narrow. You think to get this out, you're going to actually have to chip away at some of the stone to enlarge it enough for you to get this out of here. It's doable
Okay.
if you want to try to do it.
Okay, before I do that, does anyone have anything that could help with this endeavor?
Could Konshanri hold a light up while they are chipping away and assist them in that manner?
Yeah, it would be much easier if you're just using, two hands to chip away than one hand and trying to hold a candle. So if you do choose, Con will help you out here, and maybe that will give you a bonus die. With a bonus die, if you are to make a roll here, and I'm not saying you have to, but you would roll percentile again, but you would roll the tens die twice, and you'd take the better of the two. So let's say you roll a 61 or a 21, you take the 21. But that is only up to you if you choose to try and chip away some of this structure.
Yeah.
Are you guys sure this is a good idea, though? Because we don't know about the traps still, and there's still the whole entire, tomb we have to explore. This is just the beginning. We don't want to burden ourselves with too much.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't want
I
to load your bags
have-
full of this loot when there might be other loot to be had.
Well, at the very least, perhaps Wilma should at least photograph this, as this would definitely be useful for.
Yeah, we could
documenting.
the whole point is to have documentation, right?
Right.
If we really wanted to, we can make another round trip, maybe,
Of course.
but it's
yeah.
not an impossibility.
Oh, Wilma, do you want to take a photograph of this?
Yes, I do.
On
Yes,
your
let's-
under arts and crafts skills, you should have photography. You can go ahead and make that roll if you like.
Yes, let's not be risking life and limb 2 seconds into being trapped in a mysterious temple.
So as far as you know, you had your exposure set right. This is, of course, the day and age of, you take the pictures and develop it, and a few weeks later you see the results. This isn't digital photography, but so you think you got a good picture there. The lighting was good. You should be able to log this as a find if and when you escape from this tomb. So
I'm
excellent.
sorry. Yes.
Let's move on, shall we?
Sure. Onwards and upwards, my companions. Oh, that's not the place.
So Iowa, you may begin to see some bits of furniture at the end of this, as well as a wall that blocks it off, but it looks as though there's a large chunk missing from the bottom left corner of this. Large enough that someone could crawl through if they chose to.
Okay, who is the tiniest person here?
Probably
I hope it's
Marianne or
Marianne.
Wilma would be
Yes.
the most live if they want to sneak through there.
Well, I'm the
I go
benefactor.
through there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, are you going to get your hands dirty, Marianne?
If I
Crawl through
disappear
there.
here, it's all on your guys' hands, alright?
Okay,
Give me
that's a risk I'm going to
dexterity
take.
roll as you attempt to force your way through that opening into the room beyond.
What roll for what? Sorry?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Let's see. Do.
So what do the two numbers beside the stat mean?
So that's going to be your 1/2 score and your 1/5 score. So if you roll below your 1/2 score, that's a special success. If you roll below your 1/5 score, that's an extreme success. But in this case, we just need a regular success, which is just rolling below the big number, your actual score.
Okay.
64. So, and I believe you have a 60, so you're off by 4. Do you want to push that roll to try and squeeze through, or do you want to burn 4 luck points?
I think I'll burn 4 luck, considering I have 85 at the moment.
Yeah, I think you can afford it. So, as you get on your hands and knees, and you have to kind of scoot yourself through with one hand holding the candle out in front of you as you push your way into the room beyond. Halfway through this gap, you can begin to see that this room is filled with all manner of wonderful things. This room is filled to the brim with stacks of treasures that reach almost to the ceiling. There's a couch, chairs, tables, stone tablets, statuettes, musical instruments, tapestries, vases, sealed jars, bowls, ostrich feather fans, and many, many chests. This is a veritable find of King Tut-like proportions. A chariot made of gold stands in the northwest corner of the room, along with a rowboat. If anyone else wants to...
I think we can fund our next expedition, boys and girl.
Yay! Does that mean I can get a pay raise?
No.
I definitely want to take a picture of that for the
Yes, you must
magazine.
disturb it. Yes.
Let's check for traps. This room is obviously very highly regarded, valuable. There has to be at least one trap in here.
Yes, that is.
So I'm going to move Marianne into the room. So Marianne is now into the room. So that wonderful photography. You know that not only is that going to be a great picture, but that's going to be on the cover of Time magazine. That was so well composed. And you know that you just pray nothing happens to this camera, because this is the sort of story that's going to make your entire career. Now, Marianne. Oh yeah, if anyone wants to ping the map, just hold down the left button on the the left button on the map, and it will make a ping. So you can say, "Hey, what's this over here?" And you can let me or everyone else know. So Marianne, you are in the room. Who is next to climb through?
I am very eager.
Excellent. Give me a dexterity roll as you scurry through that little passageway.
Okay. I'm like looking at the hole, and I'm like, gosh.
I am very eager. Let's come.
Okay. Barton, you rolled a 61. You missed that by 16. You can burn 16 luck points, or you can try and push that roll. But if you fail pushing that roll, bad things are going to happen.
Can I help Bark? Just kind of like, I don't know, push his butt as he's trying to like
hold the candle up to his rear end and scurries through. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to say if you want to do that, if you push that roll, I'll give you a bonus die, because you're getting some encouragement from behind.
Okay, yes, I'll push it. If you push me.
There we go. So you rolled a 0-5. That would be an extreme success. So that little hot flame on Barton's posterior, he squirts right through that like And I'm gonna.
As I'm pushing him, I'm like, you see, Bart, this is what I'm telling you. You're too rotund for these adventures.
It's a good thing there was not a continental breakfast this morning, or he may not have fit.
Yeah.
He slid right through.
A couple weeks, yes.
Like sleepy little oil. Well, I mean, Wilbur's Scott is probably the one that is gonna go in easiest. So maybe she should go before.
Con, that's a terrible roll. Con, your suit coat gets stuck on a piece of rock, and you find yourself wedged in this gap. Do you want to try and push through it? It may end up damaging your fine clothes.
Yes, no, that's even worse. Oh
likewise, that's even worse. Wilma gets halfway through and begins to wonder if this entire complex is going to come crashing down on
We're not even halfway through. We're like 3 seconds in.
So Con gets an 6. So Con pushes through and manages to get through without damaging his coat.
Yeah.
Quick question. He didn't do the thing. What is it? He didn't push it. He just did a new one. Is that fine?
Did that not come up as a push?
No.
That would be fine. So, for like if we were sitting around the table, I mean, there's no difference. It's the same roll. So if he
Okay.
didn't hit push, that's fine. He still has to try and beat a 45.
Right. And I did
Yeah.
the same thing too. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like it's official
it
push
totally works. So the only rolls, so you can push characteristic rolls like attributes, and you can push skills, but you can't push luck rolls or sanity rolls or combat rolls. But you can always push any sort of skill or attribute roll.
Okay.
So we've
and
got
how do
so
I-
Wilma is
how
stuck.
do I push? Yeah, how do I push this?
Just re-roll dexterity.
Okay.
I'm like, Kuma, how are you stuck? You're tiny. I thought that would be easy. This would be easy for you.
I don't know what's going
It's the
on.
camera, you know, the camera and the tripod
Oh
and
yeah,
Oh,
the
you know
big
what?
stuff.
chunky
Camera.
camera you're carrying.
Yeah, you're being super cautious. Ooh. So if
Where's
you
Iowa?
had failed that, I was going to say that your camera took some damage, but because something bad has to happen if you fail a push. But you got it. So you managed to get into the room. I think the only one left is Iowa. You've not come through the archaeologist.
Okay, so I like sort of I do some stretches, you know, like
Some
limber up
limbering exercises,
beforehand. Yeah,
You're the most experienced, and you're already scared, huh?
right?
do some cause like with your experience, you know what your limits are. So I do a little bit of stretching, and I'm like, all right, this is what I love. So I guess I gotta go through, and I like start to crawl through the tunnel.
Oh, excellent. 36. You got it. So
I'll
you've done
pull
this
you
before.
through.
This is not your first dig, not your first exploration of a tomb. This is the first one that you've ever discovered, but you have been climbing through ruins, for your entire adult life. So it's no big deal getting through here. But now that you're in this room, let me tell you what we find. You notice that to the east, a huge stone slab blocks an archway to what is probably another chamber. On either side of the slab, two large statues seem to stand guard. Across the room to the north, an open archway leads to yet another room. It is evident that the plaster wall sealing this archway has been completely demolished, and bits of it lie scattered on the floor around the entrance. Who wants to go where, and what would you like to do?
Hey,
Does,
can I
Conchonry spot any hieroglyphs?
Yeah, Con, there are ample hieroglyphs in here. So, Con, give me a language Egyptian hieroglyph roll. Excellent.
Ooh.
So, excellent roll. So, with that roll, as you study these hieroglyphs, you learn that the pharaoh seen previously in the passageway, here in the annex, the pharaoh has rejected the concept of an afterlife, claiming it held nothing compared to the sights and visions he could unveil in this waking world. His followers would behold the truth, while those unworthy would rest with the old gods in an early grave.
Well, it would appear that this pharaoh forsook the traditional gods, and despite that, it seems that this would be the main burial chamber. In fact, I noticed this boat would be called an Egyptian debit. Say, Barton Modi, perhaps you would like to appraise this. This might be one of the more valuable pieces in this particular chamber.
Barton, you see this, and you know that a boat in this condition would be one of the greatest finds ever. Give me an appraise roll as you look over some of these items here. And Iowa, why don't you give me an archaeology roll as you begin to piece together these different items, trying to find what period of history this might belong to.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Can I take another picture?
You can. Give me another photography roll.
Ooh.
So Barton, you know that the gold items and the stone tablets stored here would command a very high price in private sales. That boat is going to be the key piece here. And if you could maintain...
Oh, shit!
Wow, Wilma got a critical. Look at that. So Wilma, as you are looking through your camera, you notice that some of these items have been broken, as if someone had moved through here quickly and with little regard to their surroundings.
Uh-oh.
And Iowa, you notice that none of the items in this chamber bear any resemblance to a known period of Egyptian history. There's nothing here from the Old Kingdom. There's nothing from the New Kingdom or the Middle Kingdom or the Intermediate Kingdoms. This is all... This is stuff that has not been brought forward in history. This has been forgotten through the thousands of years that have passed, as though the Egyptians that came after this wanted to hide every trace of this.
So it would be even older.
It could be even older than the oldest finds of the Old Kingdom. And I believe it was Dr. Shonry that mentioned Narmer. He's considered the first king of Egypt back in the early period. He united northern and southern Egypt, and he's often considered the first pharaoh, but nothing in here seems to match up with even something of that age. This is older even still, perhaps.
Yes. This is the best. This is the best find of my career. Hoorah!
Marianne, give me a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that doesn't look. Oh,
You're overcome by everything that there is here. This is a veritable delight. This exceeds your wildest dream for what this finding, or for what could be found in this dig. And you know that this is going to elevate your social status to no end. And you can't wait to tell your friends in the upper circles of society about this expedition and about these finds. Your name will be in the history books alongside Howard Carter and everyone else that has come before you.
Yes, I'll make sure that happens.
Yes. Can I read this little tablet here?
Yeah, do you want to look at that tablet?
Yeah. I'm like,
Are you skilled in Egyptian language, in hieroglyphs? Do you have any skill in that?
Not hieroglyphs. I am skilled. Not my language isn't in hieroglyphs. It's in Arabic.
Why don't you go ahead and just give me a roll. You're going to need to get an extreme success to try and decipher what this says. But if you don't ask, you don't get. So go ahead and roll. So you're going to have to get one that has 3 stars on it, or the 4 stars, like Wilma just got on her photography.
Okay. Wait. Can't I do archaeology? Cause isn't that like what this is?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you an archaeology roll. Go for it.
Oh no.
So you may not be able to read it,
again.
but you'll be able to determine what it is.
Yeah.
Do you have another crash? Okay, we'll hold off on that. So while you are rebooting, anyone else want to do anything while we're waiting for that? Tell you what, Con, why don't you continue eastward over to where there was that archway, and you see these 2 statues over there. And if anyone wants to follow him, yeah, perfect, right there. So, Con, do you see those statues there?
Oh, yes. One appears to have the head of a crocodile, and the other that of a jackal. Most likely resembling Anubis and Sobek, the Egyptian gods.
So you know that the Egyptians revered animals, and it was not uncommon to have their gods pictured as a man with the head of a beast. However, these are not statues. These are mummified men impaled on long spears to hold them upright. If that wasn't gruesome enough, their heads have been removed, and the head of a crocodile has been placed on one and the head of a jackal on the other. As everyone sees these gruesome sights, these are not statues, these are bodies. Give me a sanity roll.
Oh. Sanity. Yeah, I took a picture before.
Excellent.
I'm
Of
unfazed.
the statues. So if you pass your sanity roll, you will lose 0 sanity. If you fail, you'll lose 1.
Okay.
Can I spend 1 luck to
You
succeed?
cannot spend luck on a sanity roll.
Oh well, did I get another perfect picture or what?
You think you did. You think it was a really good picture. You've got a picture of these bodies here. So, Con, you lose 1 sanity. Marianne, you do not lose sanity. Wilma does not lose sanity. Can Barton and Iowa give me a sanity roll?
Do they have to since they're not here?
They're going to see it eventually. So
Yeah,
you could
we're
wait,
shouting this.
but they're
Yeah, I get it.
bound to see it. So, Barton, you're going to be okay. And then, Iowa, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm back.
Perfect. So you can give me that archaeology roll, but then also give me a sanity roll.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh no.
So this
Gibberish.
slab, you can't quite make out what this is. There are often, it's called stela, and a stela is a boundary stone that usually talks about the exploits of someone. This looks like a stela, but you don't recognize this as belonging to any period of time. If you want to push that roll, you can, as you maybe pick it up and try to manipulate it, or if you want to burn 20 luck, you can do that too.
I call over.
mean-
Don't break that. That could be worth as much as your entire family, okay?
Exact. Marianne knows
You
what
know
she's talking
what?
about.
I'm so tired of you, Marianne. I will freaking destroy this entire temple just to spite you if you do not shut up.
Listen, I'm an insufferable noble. That's my character.
And you're
I should
doing
have
it,
joined the
you know,
union a long
wonderfully.
time ago. Oh my god. Okay, let me.
So do you want to push that or spend luck? And then
I'll
after
push
you've
it.
done that, give me a sanity roll.
I forgot how to push
You could
it.
just roll archaeology again.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so that's a critical success. So you managed to pick it up with practiced hands, and you lift it free, and you notice that it is indeed a stela that shows the triumph of a pharaoh over a certain people. And usually they would be in that smiting pose, but in this case he's actually beheading them. And he is hewing the heads off with a khopesh, which is a curved sickle-like sword. And this is nothing that has ever been seen before. And that this stela here could be studied for years to come.
Can I take some notes on the description, the
Do you want to,
imagery?
if you
and
want,
stuff?
you could do like a rubbing. You've probably got some paper and some charcoal. You could do a rubbing of that if you like.
I
in
do
fact,
not have
because-
paper and charcoal.
I'm going to say because you rolled so well, you happen to have some on your person. One other thing you can do with Call of Cthulhu, give me a luck roll. And if your luck succeeds, then you have paper and charcoal on you.
Okay.
You've got paper and charcoal on your person. So this is a great way, did I bring this? Well, give me a luck roll and we'll find out. So you happen to have paper and charcoal. You make a rubbing of this, because it's going to be awful to try and lug this out of here. You're going to get a crew of people to take this out, but you could take this rubbing and begin to study it, in the hotel later tonight, assuming you
Okay,
make it out.
You keep specifying that. I'm not sure how I feel.
Well, give me a sanity roll, Iowa. Oh,
I just did.
You did, and you're going to lose 1 point. As you look over and you see those statues. Now that everyone has seen them, both of these guards are holding weapons. The crocodile-headed man to the north holds a bronze, ancient battle axe, and the jackal-headed man holds that sickle-like sword known as a khopesh. And both of these weapons are in relatively good condition, maybe a little tarnished with age. But if you had to, you could even wield one of these. They are man-sized. And should you need to try and bash down a door with that battle axe or this khopesh, they might be valuable tools. In between the two statues, you see a heavy stone slab blocking passage beyond.
I mean, we have enough archaeological stuff, and we literally could die in here. So
Yeah, you probably don't want to haul stuff around with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it gives me a bad feeling. I don't know if you guys should grab that weapon. You
know
could also
what?
use it to backstab me.
That is true. That is very true. But I feel like if I really wanted to kill you, I could just not help you because you're at a very disadvantaged position right now. I'm the archaeologist. I'm the no stuff guy. You are just here to boss me around.
I
Listen,
think
I'll
that
bribe the other members.
having a weapon on us would be better than not if we encounter something in this tomb that has.
I mean,
evil
but like also,
intentions.
Does someone want to
yeah,
take
they're
a
also
battle
booby
axe or a
trapped.
sword?
so-
Oh yeah, do you want to do a spot hidden to
Um,
see if perhaps they're trapped?
I'll,
Yeah. Let's see. And I have a pocket knife. That should be good enough.
Yeah, you should be
yeah,
able
but
to.
like, it's the,
You know, if there's some
Yeah,
sort of
'cause,
rats or something terrible in here, you should be just fine.
I'll just hide behind you whenever I need to. Like freaking, I don't know, Scooby Doo.
So there's this stone slab blocking progress to the east. It's much like the stone slab that trapped you in this tomb to begin with, as well as the one that you crawled through the hole in it. Iowa would know that oftentimes there would be rooms sealed behind slabs like this. Now, Marianne, you see to the north, there's another room. There's a passageway that heads north.
I just noticed that again. Yeah.
Do you wanna go
Someone
through there?
come stand in front of me.
No,
Take
no,
the-
no, guys, wait. Wait. I was thinking if we could figure out how to open this door, then maybe we could figure out how to open the door that is trapping us in here.
That seems like a bit of a, impossible undertaking. Looks too heavy.
You could try.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, but
you
like-
could give me a strength roll, see if you can shift it or move it at all.
I don't know. My strength. I mean, I have 60 strength, but I'm old. I'm 36. I'm starting to pull stuff.
Okay,
But-
I order all the men to go to the wall and try and pull
And try and push.
try and push it. Yeah, try and push it.
If we want to do that,
Wow.
whoever has the highest strength can make the roll with a bonus die.
I have 60 strength.
Yeah.
Anyone have higher than 60? Oh, I think it's you. And do it with a bonus die.
Okay. Yeah, I, sort of limber up again. I'm like, okay, all right. I really need to stop getting myself in these situations.
You know, Marianne's like, put your back into it, Iowa, come on. Oh, so 18 or 18? I think you should take the 18, which is going to be a hard success. But even with that, you cannot budge it at all. This thing weighs 2 or 3 tons. You try
That's what I
pushing
thought.
it, you try sliding it, you try shifting it, it does not budge. And you know that you gave it your best effort, and you simply did not have any other strength on your person that could move this.
You know what? Okay, I gave it the good old college try.
Good old
That's
college
what
try.
matters.
Don't worry, I knew it
Alright.
was impossible. I just wanted to see you push something impossible.
Yeah, you're
You
paying
know
for
what?
this, Dig.
At least I'm trying to get us out of here, Marianne.
I'll give you a bonus for that.
How much?
Let's discuss that later.
So,
Fine.
looks
But
like
I'm not
Iowa
taking
and
anything less
Barton.
than 200.
Iowa and Barton are the first in this room. Compared to the antechamber, this room is modestly filled with religious artifacts. The walls are lined with 3-inch-high funerary cones made from clay. On the southern and northern walls are 2 large murals, and you can step into the room if you like. Well, at the eastern
Okay, wait,
wall is a
wait.
shrine, upon which stands an inverted ankh. Hundreds
I was gonna
of
say.
golden tendrils reach out from the ankh on the eastern wall. While the tentacles are
Uh-oh.
motionless,
Oh.
they nevertheless give the impression of movement, and they're distinctly unsettling to look at. Let me have Barton give me a history roll. And Wilma, give me an occult roll, if you would, please. And let's have Conchonry give me an Egyptian hieroglyph roll.
Before I go into that room,
Ooh.
Con Shanri is going to, now that his companions have left, going to try and stealthily take this battle axe, as he is concerned as to what we might find.
Stealthily
But I feel like
take
we
the
would
battle
definitely
axe.
notice him taking a battle axe. So even if he did stealthily take it,
Well,
Why
we'll
don't
notice
you
him
Then we
holding
would-
it.
Give me a stealth
what is he
roll
gonna
to
do?
see.
Put it in his
And since
pants?
they're not in the room, give yourself a bonus die on that stealth roll.
Yeah, he can pick it up stealthily. I don't know if he can
Stealthily,
keep
more
it
just
stealthily.
quietly. I don't
Exactly.
want to
Okay.
cause anything to happen here.
Just have a battle axe sticking out of his underwear.
And
Like
then,
that
did you
thing to see there,
want
guys.
sleight of hand or?
Yeah, you can use
I'm-
sleight of hand or stealth. I'll let you choose.
Oof.
I think your stealth was a higher score than sleight of
I
hand.
could not find my
I think it was
stealth on there.
Probably just below it. Let me take a look.
Oh, I see it now. It's only 20, so it's not much higher.
Not much higher.
Yes.
So as you begin to pull, this mummified corpse has a pretty good grip on it. You're going to have to snap off some of the fingers to get this out. You want to do that?
I think that Conchonry is concerned enough he will do that.
Give me a sanity roll as you break the fingers of this mummy. Yeah, you apparently you have no problem desecrating this body, and you just pop those fingers like cracking walnuts, and you pull that battle axe free from the hand, and you feel the weight, and it feels like this is a stout, heavy weapon, should the need arise. Otherwise,
will,
it's just going to slow you down.
Catch up and what did I miss?
Well, Barton made a history check, and Barton knows that the Ankh on the eastern wall is a symbol that represents life. However, the inverted aspect and the reaching tentacles speak of willful desecration and malign intent. There's a large mat that lies at the base of the shrine, upon which sprawls a human skeleton clothed in decaying tatters. Beside the corpse are a satchel and a small sack.
I look at Sean Conchonry as he comes in, and I'm like, what you got there, buddy?
Oh, it's just a precaution.
Why? What is that on the spear or battle axe you're holding?
Well, I don't know what you mean.
Do you know the gauzes that look awfully a lot like mummy wraps?
Well, I suppose he had no use for it now, and we seem to be in a dire situation. Perhaps it could prove useful.
I mean, I did try to take it, so I honestly respect that. Carry on.
At the very
And I
least,
go
it
to
protects
inspect
you.
the skeleton.
Give me a first aid roll as you inspect the skeleton. And Barton, give me
First aid?
an occult roll. Either first aid or medicine. You can do either one as you're looking at the skeleton.
Let me see.
Oh dear.
Do you want to push that roll, Barton?
I mean, I really want to know.
So, Iowa,
I reckon it's...
you know that this person looks like the ribs are crushed and the skull is fractured, and either of these could have led to their death. You have no idea what the time of death might be. Oh, rolled a 2. Nice job, Barton. If you want to push that first aid roll, you might be able to determine a little bit more information about this body, but otherwise it looks like they met a violent end.
Like, it seems like this person died. How curious.
Well done.
Strange.
Barton,
Clever.
Oh shit.
you find looking at this skeleton, so Iowa, as you push that roll, you failed that first aid roll, so something negative is going to happen. As you look at this skull and these ribs, you can't help but feel that this is perhaps the way that you will die. One day you'll be in a tomb, having been trapped or expired, run out of air, and someone will find your body like this, and you
Sanity?
lose 2 points of sanity.
He's already low.
Yeah. Where is? In fact, let's take a look at Iowa. So Iowa has already lost 3. So if you lose 5 more, you will go cuckoo for the rest of the adventure.
Who's to say I'm not already?
Well, you're halfway there, I think. Barton,
I'm a
you're
pretty
looking
eccentric
at
guy.
the mural on the north wall. and it depicts a sickening scene of an Egyptian city being attacked by an army of horrific beings. There are two notable types of creature: those with the bodies of men and the heads of animals who wield various weapons, and those with the bodies of animals and the heads of men. Green tendrils burst from the ground and sky. I'll send you a picture. Tearing the city and its occupants apart. Some of the creatures eat corpses that have been laid upon tables, while others frolic in the chaos. A pharaoh, robed entirely in black, is depicted with an impossibly dark face, and seated atop a pyramid-like throne borne by the hybrid monsters. He is being carried through the horrific scene. I need everyone to make a sanity roll.
No, not again. I can't take this. No, because every time the sanity goes down, it makes it harder to roll. It's just a never-ending cycle.
Exactly. Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Oh,
Pharaoh.
Wilma,
Oh
you
my
got a
God.
critical fail. Oh, man. And you cannot push these, and you cannot use luck. So, everyone that passed, you're going to lose 1 point. Everyone that failed, which was Barton and Iowa, you're going to lose. Let me do a die roll.
No.
You're going to lose 2 points, and Wilma, you're going to lose
Not
3 points.
Could be worse.
You
How
know
are
what?
you
I think
all
I'm just
doing on your
destined.
daily sanity here?
I'm just destined to be insane. I got 7 out of 8. Maybe this is
Awesome.
just my natural state.
So
I'm
one
3 out of
more.
14.
Oof.
You know
How's
what? I
Barton
think
doing on
I
sanity?
think I'll just make it work. I'll just plan around going insane at this point because
37.
there's no way I'm not.
It's you're not far from it. That's for sure. There is also a mural on the south wall, and there is a satchel next to the body.
A satchel.
Uh-oh.
Grave
Check it out.
robbing.
Not grave robbing, just doing the natural British instinct of checking it out.
What is the British instinct?
Who is going to
You
check
know.
that out?
What skill would it be?
To check it out, nothing. You just open it up, and I'll tell you what you find.
Okay, well, I'll go for it.
Perfect. You find a trowel, a flask half filled with fetid water, a German passport, a stick of dynamite, and a leather-bound journal written in German.
Oh, so
Does
it's
anyone speak
probably.
Conshonry does
No, it's probably.
speak German quite a bit.
Yep, I believe Conshonnery is skilled in German. Do you want to take a look at the passport? Or the journal?
I will take a look at the journal.
Yes, come have a look at it.
Well, anyone that looks at the passport, it looks like this belonged to a man named Sascha Karner, born August 2nd, 1880, in Berlin.
Well, I mean, if he died, it's probably recently because I mean, in the past 200 years, it's probably not a lot of ways to get from Germany
Yeah,
to
and
here.
if he was born in 1880, right now it's what, 1926, I think we said, so, you know, he's younger than 46.
When was it issued? You know, you know or no?
It was issued in, we'll say, 1901. So
Okay.
here is here's a picture of the journal entries, and then I'm gonna send you to the chat bubbles. I'll send you what it is, and then Con, after I send this, everyone is welcome to look at these. If you wouldn't mind reading this for us, let me just hang on. I will send this to the. So here's the.
I wonder
first one. Right here.
if this
I
guy was
subscribe,
part of
that
the
should show up in
excavation.
chat bubble. So yeah, if you want to read that one.
Alright, word has reached us of fierce fighting to the north, close to the Suez Canal. Our men are scared enough as it is without the fear of being killed in any crossfire. Their superstitious beliefs have delayed the dig more than once, and I do not care for any further stoppages. We dig tirelessly through the loose sand and rock. We are close.
So this is from 1916. This is during the Great War, which is likely why you have not heard of this excavation. The next entry is dated the 3rd of September of the same year. Would you read that one as well?
Today was glorious. We have found the entrance. Removing the doorway was difficult, but we created a pulley system that allowed us entry. More work greets us inside. Limestone chips have clogged the entirety of the tunnel. I have halted the removal of the stones until I have surveyed the structure and documented what we have learned thus far. Sutton thinks my meticulous records are unnecessary and time-consuming.
And then a few months later, the 1st of December, 1916.
Finally, the tunnel is almost clear. Some of the workers have taken a great interest in the damaged hieroglyphs in the passageway. Today we remove the last of the stone chips and explore. The stonework looks unstable. It may be too risky to use the explosives.
And the last entry, 2 days later.
Sutton is dead. The local labor attacked us and broke his neck when he refused to be forced inside the tomb.
Oh my
Beware
God.
the children of the Sphinx. I plan on waiting a couple of hours in the hope they will have gone. I'll gather some of the jewelry and then make my escape. This place will not be my tomb. I can hear noises. Something else is here with me.
Well,
Marianne,
you know,
you are
that
near
can-
the southern wall. Give me... Actually, you don't even need to give me. You will just see this near the southern wall. It depicts a large painting of a smiling, black-robed pharaoh holding a set of oversized scales on which a heart is being weighed against a platter of dead animals. A kneeling figure with the head of a wolf has a chest wound that is being stretched open by 2 small men. There are some hieroglyphs below the painting. If you would like to give me either an archaeology, a history, or an occult roll, you may learn something about this.
Let's see. Let's go with occult. Uh-oh. I think I'll push this one.
Want to push that? Okay.
Let's see. I think I'll just roll it again.
Okay.
Let's see.
You got it. Barely. By 4 points. So this scene shares similarities to what is known as the weighing of the heart ceremony, where the gods judged if a person could enter the afterlife. In this case, their heart was weighed against a feather. But in this image, it's against a platter of dead animals. You believe that the deceased animals on the scale are representatives of other powerful Egyptian gods. Therefore, this may be a form of ceremonial desecration. There are hieroglyphs here, if the professor would like to try and decipher them.
Yes, and then also, Conchonry, being concerned with the sanity of Iowa Jones, will just make sure that he is not holding the dynamite or carrying it around with him.
No, that bag, I
probably-
should still be carrying it, I think.
Whoever,
Who wants to
no,
take
you
the dynamite?
definitely
Anyone
excuse
wanna-
me, I'm not insane yet, and I am perfectly worthy of handling explosives. Thank you very much.
Who would like to take those explosives?
I believe I
Me.
should, since I have the most sanity.
Come on, come on, guys, don't you trust me?
No!
Let me move some dynamite over to your character. And that was Marianne, right? Let me move
Yes.
some dynamite over to Marianne.
And this is about my head,
You
like,
should
oh.
have dynamite in your gear. Should you choose to use it, you now have access to it.
I think we should
savage
avoid setting that off in the tomb, as the journal did mention that the walls were crumbling, and if we used explosives, it could collapse the tomb on us.
Yeah, that may
Of
be a
course.
last effort sort of thing. Give me that hieroglyph roll, Dr. Shaunery.
Ooh.
I will spend 7 luck points.
7 luck points. Go ahead and reduce your luck by 7. As you study these, you begin to mutter some words to yourself, and then you speak out a translation. The trial has been passed. Forever they shall be tied to this earth through their faithful beating heart, strong of body, awaiting the return of their master. About that time, you hear a sound.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Ah,
there is a gust of wind that blows out all of your candles. And give me a moment while I change the map.
I'm shaking in my little boots.
Put you all back in the room where you were. Give me one moment.
I let out a scream. What's going on? What's going on?
Gosh, I mean, you're not gonna find out by screaming. Calm down, Jesus.
Something terrible has happened. You heard
You
the
don't say.
sliding of a stone door, and then the roar of a beast.
Oh,
Are we locked here?
Wildlife?
And you are live. Where would you like to go? Can you guys see?
yes. So
Can
there's
you-
a.
If you kind of peek into that room, you get your candles relit. You can see that stone door has now been pushed out from the wall, and there's a gap there.
Oh,
Huh.
And you can hear a sound.
what about our entrance? Looks like it's still open here. We can escape if we need to this way.
I mean,
hear-
well, we still have the other door that's shut. You know, the
You
one
can-
that we got
you
trapped
hear
in the first.
movement of heavy feet just past where that entrance is. In fact, Barton Modi is awfully close to that.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I will. From now on, I will whisper because I don't want this whatever it is to hear us. So I was like, okay, is it coming? Is it stepping towards or away from us? I feel like it's a very important distinction to make.
Conchanery, get in front. You have the axe, right?
I do,
Yeah.
but I am just an old man. I doubt I would be best to lead this.
Yeah, an old man that ripped a battle axe from a freaking 200-year-old mummy. I think you can make a little bit more sacrifices here.
And if
I'm
it's
gonna give
angry
you
at
guys
you,
about 30 seconds to decide kind of what you want to do in this room before the next thing happens. You can hear movement. In fact, Iowa, as you get close, you think you see movement.
uh-oh.
And
Can I give-
I'll do a little peek around the corner. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus Christ!
and let me show you what you see.
I did that on accident, but
Why'd
I
you
guess
do
we're here
that?
now.
Got that X now.
I did it. I moved on accident.
Oh my. It's a furry.
I don't think it's a furry. Oh wait, it's a werewolf. It's a furry werewolf. Well, werewolves are furry.
Yeah.
We are
general.
going to be in a battle.
Oh shit.
This
Can we just
creature,
I don't know, Scooby Doo them? You know how in Scooby Doo they kind of like run around the guy, and
Yeah.
then they escape.
There's not enough space, I think.
upon
I mean, we have
seeing
the column. We can make it
this
work.
creature, I'm going to need everyone to make a sanity roll. This is a massive beast with a body
There's
larger
no way.
than any man
I
you've ever
I
seen.
already know. There's no way.
Yikes.
I'm good.
Oh my God!
Wow,
I'm so
this
No
is
way.
rolling great. So those that pass will lose 1 point
Lose.
because this is so horrific, and those that fail, which is only Barton, you are going to lose 1d6. Barton, you will lose. Let's see how many. Oops, not 2d6. Barton will lose 1.
Oh. Okay, I'll take it.
Does that put Barton or Iowa below their daily maximum?
Daily's 4/8 or half. 36.
Nah,
So,
bro.
so Barton is 4 of 8. Where is Iowa at? Insanity. 8 of 8. So, Iowa, if you look, you can see the little, looks like a little Cthulhu, little squid thing down there. It says underlying insanity. You are now dealing with a bout of insanity. So anytime you fail a sanity check, you tend to let out a little scream, a little squeal, something brief. This is different. In this case, let me pull up my document here. You will sustain an involuntary action. It will last 1 round. You faint. You simply pass out. And when that round is over, when you come to, you will have a bout of madness. And your particular bout of madness, and it's a good thing you don't have that dynamite, is pyromania. You have a compulsion to set things on fire. And you will begin to mutter, "Fire will cleanse this tomb of evil," as you are going to run around with your candle trying to light anything wooden on fire in here. So for the first round, you are passed out. The second round, you're going to start to kind of go nuts. And this is going to last for 1d10 rounds. Let's see how many rounds this will affect you.
Great,
For
the
4 rounds,
fittest
4 rounds.
of all of us just went mad. That's
Well, it's only for like, a quick minute, a hot second, So what happens after the 4 rounds? Does my sanity, what happens to my sanity? Does it go back to normal?
So
Or back
no,
to
well,
default?
you kind of calm yourself, but because you have, it says underlying insanity on your character sheet. Any single loss of sanity, like if you lose 1 more point, you will have another bout of madness, and that will go until you get therapy. You basically need significant amounts of therapy to recover from this. But
Well,
you
okay,
are now
hold on.
You're a loaded gun, just being waved around.
Is there any? I have a question. Is there anybody here that would give me a quick pep talk that would help restore 1 or 2 points?
Anybody have a Valium?
Kind of and that's give me a slap on the cheek, get it together, man. We got a job to do, kind of thing.
We're going to go ahead and start combat. So I'm going to teach you how combat works in Call of Cthulhu. So on Foundry, at the upper right where those little icons were, like the chat bubble and the actor, there's one that has crossed swords, and that's the encounter button. So in Call of Cthulhu, your initiative order depends on your dexterity. So I'm going to click a button, and it's going to show all the dexterity. So Marianne will go first, and then Wilma, and then Iowa, you're going to faint. Then Barton, then Conchonry, and then the Abomination will go last. He's so big and lumbering that he's not very fast. And so you guys will have a chance to run, hide, do whatever you want to do. Poor Iowa is just laying on the ground, unconscious. But Marianne, you go first. What would Marianne do? This doesn't seem like it has seen you yet. You just saw Iowa pass out, and you heard the roar, and you can see movement up ahead of this massive form as it pushes its bulk into the room.
Okay, so I guess the first move would be to go towards Iowa and start dragging him backwards, trying to get him out of line of sight of this creature.
I like that. Give me a strength roll.
Okay, strength. Uh-oh.
You can push that if you want to.
Push that? Could I perhaps get someone else to do that? Or what? What can I do?
Well,
get
so
some
you went up
help.
to grab him, and he's pretty heavy, and you caught sight of that beast, and all of the strength just kind of leaves your limbs, and you're like, I can't. Sorry, Iowa.
Right.
You know what? I'll buy me a new archaeologist. But if you want to dig deep, you can try and drag him to safety.
Can't anybody? Is no one else? You're just gonna leave her to do this by herself?
You know what? If he gets spotted, then we're kind of screwed as well. So I'm gonna try and push that.
Okay,
See.
push that strength roll.
Crap.
And just re-roll strength.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, almost.
So as you go to pull him out of the way, you can see there's some sort of looks like a sled or something there. You get kind of tangled up. Your clothes get tangled up in that little pointed, jagged piece that's like right here on that sled, and you are basically stuck there. And you frozen with fear, thinking, "Oh great! I thought I could move him, and I can't get him to budge." We are going to go to Wilma. Your turn.
She tries to run the fuck out of there.
Perfect.
Wow.
Wilma,
You-
no.
Are you gonna try and like go through that little
Traitor.
tunnel?
The one up or that? You mean?
You can do either one. Which one do you want to do?
Well, I mean, if you go to the one above, it'll definitely see you.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, there's a wall in the way, but it's like really closed off. I don't know if you want to do that.
And if you're running, you can
Yeah.
move 8
Also,
squares.
if she does see you, where are you gonna run?
I was thinking of going that way here.
So you could get to that little tunnel and try and climb through, and that would be your turn if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna move you over kind of to the tunnel. You're gonna have to give me an agility roll.
Yeah, sure. I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign
Exactly. There'll be other stories.
In my unconsciousness, I can sort of, sense some movement, and my subconscious is like,
Like
gosh,
who
darn
Where
it.
is
shamed me?
agility?
I can feel,
Or dexterity. Sorry, not agility.
Oh, dexterity.
Yep. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, you slide right through like in fact you don't even break your stride. You're running and like you're sliding into home plate. You just slide right underneath and right through that tunnel.
This
And
combat slide like a soldier.
Like, I'm out, bitches.
You coward.
Damn. Okay.
Excellent. All right, who is next? Next is Iowa. You are unconscious. You just continue to lay there. Barton.
Yeah,
what
take
have
a
you
little
got?
snooze.
Dude, yes, a lot of responsibility. So I'm sorry to Marianne, but I'm gonna try to get Iowa out of there. As far
No,
as
he's closer. That's better.
Yeah, I have the strength. I can drag him back. I mean, that does kind of put you, a helpless, innocent woman, between us.
You
But
couldn't have done this one. She was
that
trying
also
to help
puts
me.
the Axeman in front of us. Never mind. I know this can see me, so it'll probably trigger him. But
Give me a strength roll.
I mean, really, the Axeman is the best person to be seen.
Better if, it doesn't see us at all.
Ooh.
Ah, no.
Do you
I
wanna
was
push
just
that
too
roll?
heavy.
I'm just too muscly. I'm just too
Oh,
burly.
Okay,
finally.
you got it. So, and you managed to like pick him up and kind of sling him over your shoulder. You can move, but only 4 squares. So, if you want to move kind of towards where Wilma went, you can get to right about here with Iowa.
yeah, in my mind, that room to the north is way too claustrophobic. So Barton's going to the roomy place
Going over there with
Yeah.
Iowa.
with Iowa, who will soon start setting things on fire. Not that I know
Right,
that.
like probably your clothes or your hair.
It is a risk.
Let's go to
Maybe your mustache.
Conchonery.
Well, knowing that we are trapped in here, so if we run away, it's just going to catch up to us. I'm going to let it see me and take a swing at it with my axe.
I just realized I had this pause. Sorry about that. You go ahead and move up to the beast if you want. There we go. Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
to swing, you are going to, on your character sheet, go to combat, and you'll need to target this guy. So to target in Foundry, you can either click on the abomination and hit T, or you can right click and then there's a little bullseye, and then once he's targeted, then you can click on your battle axe. It should be on your combat. It's going to be a fighting brawl roll. All right. So you fail, and in Call of Cthulhu, you're going to roll, and the enemy can either dodge or fight back. Monsters always fight back. So I'm going to click on fighting back, and he's wielding one of those big kopeshes, those big swords.
He's not gonna get one shot, is he?
Oh, and he rolled an 80, which is a success. Had he rolled an 81, that it would have been a failure. So we're going to roll damage. This is a lot of damage.
Oh
Goodbye.
man.
15 damage. Okay. I'm going to inflict pain.
So yes, I am dead.
So Conchanery, you
Instantly
rush up
die.
and you swing your Kopesh, and it actually strikes the ceiling of the tomb,
Jesus
and plaster
Christ.
comes raining down, and it's stuck and lodged in the ceiling. And this beast takes its Kopesh and swings it in a sidelong arc, and the blade, you feel it hit one of your ribs, and then you feel nothing. And perhaps Marianne, watching in horror, sees from the candlelight the upper half of your shadow fall away from the lower half of your shadow.
Oh god.
So you sustained more than your experience, or more than your hit points in one single blow. That is auto death. So Conchanery, we hardly knew ye.
God. One
Marianne,
person is.
Seeing Conchanery get killed, give me a sanity roll, please.
One
All right,
person is
that makes
insane.
sense.
One person is dead. I'm unconscious. This is not going well. Maybe we should have. Maybe we should have let another team deal with it.
Maybe
So
we should've
Marianne,
had
you're
an
going to lose 1
exposure.
point of sanity.
I'm pretty stone
is-
cold, aren't I?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be.
But
being
now
the
it's the Abomination's turn.
Oh lord.
And the Abomination will lumber towards Marianne.
Oh god.
And it's going to raise its... actually, no, it's going to stomp you with its foot. And you notice that it is actually carrying the lower half of Conchanery. It's got his legs and pelvis in one hand. And
That seems a little bit
it
unnecessary.
Raises it up to its mouth, and you hear the crackle of pelvis as it bites into his hip and just rips bone and flesh off. Hot blood is
Gross.
just pouring out of his arteries as the beast tries to stomp you with its foot. Let me pull him up here.
If I were conscious, I'd say, Mr. Abomination, please eat a little bit neater next time. This is very rude of you.
So, Marianne, you have the option to either dodge or you can fight back. Now, he got a success. So, if you choose to dodge, if you get a tie, if you get a regular success on a dodge, then you will win and it will miss. If you try and fight back, if you get a tie, he will win. But if you get a special success, rolling 1/2 or lower of your score, or an extreme success, then you will deal damage and he won't get you. But you can choose to dodge. It's probably your best bet. Go ahead and then click on the dodge 30% box on the chat bar.
Great.
God.
What about maneuvering? You can't do that?
Not right now. So that would be what's called a fighting maneuver. That's like if you're trying to grapple or wrestle
Oh.
or something like that. Dodge is like just getting the hell out of there.
No way.
Okay. So you fail.
Am I gonna get insta-killed?
Maybe.
Probably. It's 3d6.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an insta-kill.
Okay.
You laughed at me, right? I was clever. I was clever.
I was courageous, okay?
So Marianne, your clothes got stuck, and you're trying to. You've got this designer jacket that you paid a pretty penny for, and you're trying to get away. You don't want to rip this because this thing was expensive, and this beast just stands above you. And as you stare up and you see it crunching down on the upper thigh and hip of Conchanery, it brings a foot down and just splatters your brain like a ripe melon. I don't know if you guys know who Gallagher was. This comedian used to smash watermelons with a hammer, and it would spray everywhere. That's pretty much your Gallagher moment. He just crushes your skull under a boot, blood spatters up against the wall, brain matter, clumps of hair, bone fragments just spray around the room. The only ones that can see this are Iowa, who is just now regaining consciousness, and Barton. We're going to go to round two.
What a sight to wake up to.
Yeah, is he gonna lose sanity again? He's gonna just go catatonic again, isn't he?
Well, he's still kind of going.
And just out of curiosity, was it Marianne that had the dynamite?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Yep. So, we go to Wilma. It's your turn. What does Wilma do? You can hear the sickening crunch of bone and the not even screams, just the roar of this beast and these sickening crunches, and
I'm still trying
terror
to get
overtakes
away.
you.
I'm still trying to get away.
You're gonna run for
Gonna hit
the
the dead end.
entrance.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can move all the way down to that entrance. It is a dead end, but
I know.
at least that's as much space as you can get. Perfect. And you come up against that wall, and you see this stone, and you think, oh, why me? Why couldn't it have been someone else? Iowa, you are now on round 1 of insanity. You come to and you see Barton dragging you, and you don't know what's going on, but someone is pulling you on the ground, and you are overcome with the urge to set things on fire. Tell me how you respond.
Oh, I'm curious. Well, this is quite the situation. But I can't help but feel this place is a little bit cold. Maybe I should remedy that.
Warm it up a little bit. So there's lots of wooden
Yes.
furniture and other things out here if you want to start setting fire to things.
So I'm like, okay.
So I'm going to say that
Is
your
this what-
candle, your candle actually, it was dropped over where you fell down, but Barton has a candle. You can try and get that candle out of his hands if you want.
Hey, Bart, I see you have a candle, Bart.
I don't think I'm too willing to fight over it. I'm happy to hand that over.
Yeah.
You have no
I'm like,
idea what Iowa's
I'm
about
30
to do.
years, like, what, 50?
Yeah, here,
I'm-
hold
I
this
see a
candle for
giant
me.
mummified looking monster. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give that over.
So- Iowa, you've got
Okay.
the candle, and you've got like a little chariot or a bed or something right there, and you just that dry wood, it just goes up in a flash, and the
Okay,
hot
do I-
flames
no, wait,
lick
wait,
across
wait,
that
wait, wait,
wood,
I wanna-
if that's what you're doing.
I want to do something different.
Okay.
So do I know Marianne do I, like, know that?
No, you don't know that she's dead. She is splattered
Dang.
on the ground. You just see the beast standing upright. You don't see the Marianne is crushed under the beast's foot.
If I did, I would, like, try to do a wombo combo where I use the candle to light the dynamite.
That seems a bit too improbable, honestly.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I
that's-
mean,
you
when-
would have to go up there because you know that she has the dynamite. You'd have to go up and get it out of her bag.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am insane, so I do
You are.
insane things, so
So do you want to do that? Do you want to go up there?
I go
Because
like,
that
okay.
mummy's wrappings look super flammable, so maybe you don't
I go
mind
like,
getting
woo
that
doo
close
doo
to it.
doo, light the spark.
Okay, and then you're going to give me a luck roll to see if you can fish that dynamite out of there. And it's going to take your whole turn just to get it out. So there's a chance that thing attacks you between now and then, but this might be
I
the
mean,
only way to
if
stop
I'm
it.
insane, I don't really. It's not the most of my concerns.
Okay, so you stick your hand in the bag and you pull out the dynamite. Only then do you notice that her skull has just been crushed into a pancake. But you've got the dynamite in one hand and you've got the candle in the other. But that took your entire turn to get that out of there. We're going to go to Barton. What do you do?
That is a hard choice. I'm getting the hell out of here.
That's a great smart thing.
Give me an agility
He's right,
roll or a
Barton.
dexterity roll if
Yeah.
you're going to slide through that little tunnel.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Ooh.
It's a bit too wide, I guess.
Yeah, do you want to spend luck or you can push that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does combat make luck different, or can I just use luck like normal?
Nope, you can't use it on like an attack, but you can use it on this. You can use it on a
Alright, so that's
normal
just 8
skill
then.
or an
I'm-
attribute.
Yeah. That feels like a luck moment to me.
Yeah, I would agree. And you manage to slide through there. It takes you a minute, it takes about half your movement to get through there. You can see the candlelight up ahead as Wilma is pressing her hand up against that stone, trying to push or scratch or claw her way out of there. Excellent. All right, the Abomination's turn. Iowa, give me another luck roll. We're going to see if this thing likes fire or not.
Okay.
This thing backs away a step. It does not like that flame. It takes a step back and eyes you and lets out this horrible roar.
Okay.
And then
I'm
you can hear the
alright.
beating of a heart somewhere deep within this tomb.
Ooh. Okay.
We now go to Wilma. What would you like to do?
Yes. Can I try to look for any way that I could move that thing, or find a way above it or beside it? Anything?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Do you want to push that? You're looking around, but the sweat is starting to get into your eyes.
Yeah,
the panic.
I think you could just use. Can you like
Can I
use
use
luck for that though?
Yep, or you could spend 5 luck if you choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna
that's like a
spend 5
pretty
luck.
easy choice, I think.
You look around and you see a section right above you where that stone slab fell down. It looks as though someone had started to try and chisel away at that. Probably that German archaeologist whose bones you found in the other room. You could continue on that work and just try and smash your way through. If you have any sort of tool or anything handy, would probably give you a little advantage. You're just gonna have to start pounding away at that.
Here, where can I see where I would have that?
So you could look under your gear and cache, and you've got your satchel and equipment, which you've got a pad of paper, a camera with film, pencils, charcoal,
Yeah, I've
pencil.
got nothing.
You do
I mean, I
have
have my
your tripod.
camera.
You've got your camera,
Oh.
and it's got a tripod on there. You could bash away with your tripod if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Okay, give me a strength roll.
There was a trowel, right, on the dead guy.
There was a trowel, yeah.
I don't have it on me, so it has to be
Dang,
somewhere.
that would have been helpful to take.
Do you want to burn luck on that, Wilma, or do you want to push that?
Let's go 8 more points of luck is going. Let's
You know,
go
you could
with
also
it.
go back and get that what was it, a battle axe? That'd probably help you here too. Probably totally.
Yeah, but
Well, I feel like
I
that's a little bit.
I'm not risking.
That's
not
behind
risking.
the guy, right? That's behind
Yep.
the
What's
monster.
like above it?
Yeah, above and behind.
That's another dexterity check.
Did
Okay,
I what hit into the
so
ceiling?
I used
Okay.
luck for this.
Well, the
I
copish.
used luck.
Oh no, yeah, it was the axe. Okay,
Yes.
you're gonna use luck on that. You start bashing away with your tripod, and this tripod, this means everything to you. It's super precious. This thing is very valuable. It was probably a hand-me-down from your mother, and you've treasured this thing, but there's no way out but this. And you just start smashing
Yeah,
and smashing.
I don't
and you get
care about that
a
right
few
now.
flakes of limestone and sandstone, and a few flakes of the wooden tripod as you smash. But you are making some progress. But at this rate, it's going to take you a significant amount of time to get through there, and you only pray that that thing can't get through that little hole, that tunnel that you crawled through.
Yeah.
But you are
I mean, it
you are
could-
making some headway. Iowa. This is round 2 of being insane. You are holding a stick of dynamite and a candle.
So
And the thing
I'm
seemed to
looking
back
at the
away from you.
dynamite and the candle and back at the monster, and I'm like, oh, I see an opportunity. I throw the candle. I light the dynamite, throw it at the monster, and then after I throw it, I step back to admire the fireworks.
Okay. Give me a throw roll just to see how well you can toss this. It's dynamite. It's not going to make a huge difference. Just don't fumble this. Oh yeah, that's really good. You actually throw it kind of hard, and the dynamite actually kind of punches in through some of the wrapping and through some of the desiccated flesh of this mummy, pierces into it, and the sparking bits. It actually takes another step back as it's sparking. You step back to admire this, and there is a loud thump, and then everything goes black. The entire ceiling in this area collapses. Just absolutely total annihilation. And unfortunately, Iowa Jones is crushed.
No,
under
I was
the
gonna
weight of
say,
the
like,
ceiling.
I'm close enough to the exit, like, maybe I could, like, see this, and then, like, at the last minute, I could, like, I'm like, oh, wow, that's, not good, maybe I
That
should
needs a
go.
dexterity roll, though. I don't think
Give
you
that
can do
would
that.
be that. Yeah, give me a dexterity roll with a penalty die, if you want to try and do that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm all about rule of fun. If it sounds cool, I say let's do it. Ooh. Do you want to push that?
Well, I can
It's
just
do or
use
die.
34 luck.
Or
I'll
if you
use
got
34
luck.
luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pour through your luck. The entire oh, let me. You're not dead. Let me take that off there. The entire ceiling begins to come down behind you. There's a huge plume of dust that just shoots through that little hole, filling this passageway where you and Barton and Wilma are frantically trying to get out. And that rush of debris and wind blows out all of your candles. Do any of you have matches? I know Con Shonnery had a lighter.
What a situation we found ourselves in. Now we're trapped in here with me and an insane part of maniac with a eldritch abomination, and two of our team are dead.
Right?
This is
Yeah.
not how I imagined this going.
This is not how you thought your day would go when you woke up this morning.
Yeah.
So Iowa actually has a trowel and a small brush and matches. So you've got matches. You could relight the candles. I'm going to go ahead and take us out of combat for now. And you guys can move yourselves accordingly in this tunnel. Wilma is trying to bash her way out. Iowa, you can go up and maybe help out with your trowel and brush.
Okay, like, is the insanity where I'm like lucid enough to understand some
At this
stuff?
point, it's that blast kind of knocked the crazy right out of you, and you were back to awareness. You don't know what just happened. You know that you're deaf. You can't hear anything. Your ears are just ringing. Barton, as you were coming south down that passage, you noticed there was some furniture near that little entrance right here where you came out. You maybe could grab some of that and try and smash your way out with that if you so choose.
Better than nothing.
Let's see.
I'm still bashing at the door with my tripod right now.
It's terrible.
So let's see. Can I examine the walls for maybe any bigger exits, or maybe, well, not bigger, just like, big enough to, kind of crawl through, like the other hole that we found.
Yeah, as you're searching, you do find those little cubbies where there was those little mummified dogs. There's several of those, but they don't seem to go very deep. You do find one that's large enough you could probably hide in. You could almost crawl into it. You'd have to curl up pretty tight, but you could almost squeeze yourself into one. Barton, what are you doing?
So, I mean, before fully committed to just trying to dig our way out, I want to, waste a bit more precious time, and I think Barton's trying to, look around at any significant, cultural meanings, or, I'm trying to push an anthropology role here on this wall.
Yeah, go ahead and
What the fuck are you
I
doing?
think we contribute a little bit more.
I am not a practical man. I belong in a museum myself.
Okay,
Exactly.
while they're doing that, can I... Bro,
Oh man, that was really
you're
good.
joking. You're actually joking.
So you know that based on everything that you've seen in here, that this is the purview of some sort of cult. That there was a group of people that worshipped some dark god, the dark pharaoh that you saw on the wall, that summoned some sort of dark magic to destroy entire towns, and that this there was a warning about something being unleashed upon the world, and you fear that it may have just been unleashed. And Wilma, your tripod shatters in your hands
Oh no.
as you're trying to smash your way through. About this
Um,
this time, as Barton is making these discoveries, Iowa has found this little niche they could probably climb into. Wilma destroys her tripod. You hear the shifting of rocks and rubble. And up here, this little tunnel that you guys crawled under, you see it begin to tremble under the blows of something massive.
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, can we like cover this so like it doesn't see us?
There's not, I mean, there's a little bit of furniture and stuff out here, but clearly that dynamite did not destroy that beast. It may have slowed it down, but that did not end whatever life or undead life that it has still in it. And something is trying to get through that passageway.
Well, obviously it's not just cloth, so we can't. I don't think just burning it. Because I literally threw a stick of dynamite at it, and it's not dead. So I don't think a candle would do much at this point.
Maybe there's more than one.
At this point, I'm saying fuck it, and I'm gonna use my camera to continue
Oh
watching.
man!
Okay, I go for like not Wilma. Think about that. We have precious archaeological data on that camera, and do you really think a Polaroid is gonna smash through 200-year-old rock?
Do you have better idea?
Yeah, we could go through this like a little hole. At the very least, we could, I don't know, try and find something
that little
else.
hole is just like a little alcove. It's a little cubby, a little space that one person could probably fit into.
Well, I mean, if we each find one, then we'll be fine.
Well, you've got about 30 seconds before whatever is trying to beat down that stone door.
And we are
I'm going in my little cubby. I don't know about y'all, but I'm dipping.
Give me a dexterity roll to get in there.
I'm using my camera. Fuck.
All right,
I feel
well,
like I
make a
failed
roll.
a sanity check.
Oh, your camera just gets shattered. Unless you want to give me if you want to push it, you could try, but otherwise your camera's gone. And Barton, give me a sanity roll.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
That's just saying. I feel like I need one.
I think I need one.
I think, assuming nothing crazy happens here. Oh well.
That's a fail.
Well-
You're going to lose 2 points of sanity.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it. No, what the fuck?
All right, well, let's see. Oh, your camera. You got it. Look at that. All right, here's what happens. So, Wilma, you smash that with your camera, and you actually see a little bit of moonlight coming through a crack as
You're
some of
joking.
the sandstone breaks through, and you can see moonlight pouring in. You can smell the desert air, and you notice that the air in here was getting quite thin, and now as you get that gust of air, all you want, like a drowning person, you just want to get out, get to the surface and get that air. And you begin to enlarge that with your camera. You know that the images that you've taken will not have survived. They've been exposed to the ambient light of the candle and now this moonlight, but survival is more important. And you begin to enlarge that to the point that, given enough time, there's a chance you could maybe get that big enough to crawl out of. Now, Barton, you ended up losing a point of sanity, or was it 2 points?
I'm at 6 out of 8.
Perfect. So you haven't lost your daily amount as that beast breaks through that wall. I would give me a dexterity roll to see if you can duck into one of those cubbies.
I already did. I got a 31.
You did. All right. Let's. You actually are able to slide in there. You are hidden. Barton, you come face to face with this beast. What do you do?
So, I mean, is it combat yet? Can I still, like, look down at my feet? Because I moved to the furniture. I think when Barton saw that check about, the anthropology, this thing is like Wrath and Ruin. You're not getting away from here. So he moved here. He's like, fuck it. I'm just going to look down here, see what I can find. And just die cool, I guess.
Yeah,
no other
so
there's
you
no getting out of
actually,
here.
you find on your person, I'm going to give you some gear. It's called grave goods. So it's going to be like a piece of furniture or something. It's going to be better than a fist if you want to try and attack this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a little bit shaken up because I exploded it a little bit earlier.
Right.
It could be another one though. We don't know. I mean, is it? Can I
Well,
see
I mean,
anything
I
about it?
feel like
Does it
this
have any
just taking
features
down
that
this
I
one
didn't
would be
notice?
good enough for
As
now.
it comes through, you see that it is definitely damaged. It has taken some significant damage, and it is not far from being expired. Let me just adjust that. Right
Ooh.
there we go. So there's a chance. You're gonna have to make an attack.
Select it? Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
How do I select it?
It's not a constitution check. So I actually don't have us in combat. Let me add us to combat here real quick.
That's not needed. That's not needed.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah. I'm
appreciate
trying to
if
buy
you
you guys
did.
time, man.
All right, Barton, go ahead and you can target that guy. Just click on him and hit T, and that'll target him. And then you can swing away with that that urn or whatever you have in your hand. A little stool, little three-legged stool. Then click on that fighting brawl. Ooh, that's good. Very good. And go ahead and roll damage because he's trying to climb through there, so he can't fight back at this point.
Ooh. So how many rounds is that going to last? Is that just this round?
Yeah, just for this round as he's climbing through. He's nearly through at this point.
Dang.
Oh boy. So a whopping 1 point of damage.
That's better than none.
So I'll reduce his hit points by 1. He's not down yet, but that was good. Iowa, you are in the cubby. Wilma, you're frantically trying to get out. The abomination is going to just bring a hammer fist right down on top of Barton Rody's head. Let me target you. Bring up the character sheet. Smash. If you want, you can. You'll be able to dodge or try and fight back. Oh, that's a failure. Fight back. If you get a success,
Yeah, I would fight back. At this point, I'm not thinking I'm going to survive. I'm just.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're do or die.
I'm a
So go
man of
ahead and
history,
click on
you know.
fighting back, and then that will do another fighting brawl with the grave goods. And if you can hit him, oh my gosh, you got him.
Oh,
Excellent.
joking! You're actually joking!
Oh
So
my god!
roll damage. If you get a 4,
Come on.
I think you might take him out.
Let's
Only a
go!
4?
Let me see how many hit points he had. I think he had 4.
Oh my god! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Bro, yo, oh my
That was
God.
amazing.
That was
amazing.
miraculous. I come out of my hole like, Barton, buddy,
You
clap.
see Barton just
You're
kind
the
of
rock
dusts his
star
hands
champion
off
freaking
like
MMA.
all in a day's work. And by now, Wilma,
Okay.
you have enlarged the hole so that you can actually squirm out of there, out into the night air, chill in the desert. And you see that any signs of your encampment is gone. All of the workers, they've taken their stuff and they've left. But you,
Yeah, like
Wilma,
if we leave, then how are
I've
we
made it
even
to
gonna
freedom.
get back? We're just in the desert.
Yep, it's going to be
What
a
was
little
Labor Day?
treacherous.
We got a whole camp. This is like a big expedition, right?
Yeah.
They've packed everything up and fled.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they just abandoned us? That is so, they're
I know,
so
that's
fake. Oh my
okay.
God.
That's my
They are
family.
so fake.
So I'm going to say Iowa and Barton, you are able to, with some time, you're able to get out of that hole,
Yeah.
and
We're free!
because you have managed to succeed, you're out into the chill night air. You know it's going to be a long walk back to town. It's going to take you most of the night, and you look at each other, and you're hesitant to even talk about what happened. You know that Marianne and Khan both lie beneath tons of rubble. The photographs
Well, it's better to
that
walk-
Wilma had taken are gone, lost, as this tomb will have to be redug if you even dare to go in here again. Perhaps
I think we
some
should
things should
bring
be
in
left.
the freaking military the next time we go in here.
Yeah, you
Jesus
might need
Christ.
more than just a scrappy old museum curator, a journalist, and an archaeologist.
You think they'd bring some type of security?
Let's go ahead and this is the end of the Necropolis. You have succeeded. Well, half of you have. Three-fifths of you have. In Call of Cthulhu, at the end, if you have been successful, each surviving investigator will receive 1d6 sanity points. And so you would go ahead and roll a d6 and add that to your sanity. And then let's just go over really quickly how you would make improvements to your character. And so those of you that are dead, you can do this just to kind of see how it works. So if you open up your character sheet, I'm going to open up Conchonery here and look at your skills. Some of you should have little yellow suns next to skills that you have done well at. And if you click on the little yellow sun, it will make a roll for you. And if you fail this roll, you get to improve your skill.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and do con like you succeeded in your German skill. So if I click on that, then...
I don't see my roll for my sanity.
Yeah, I mean, I see their call, but... Oh.
Oh, I just turned that off. Oh. Okay, this is not working. So what you'll do is you'll just roll the skill, and if you fail it... So, like, here's the German roll for Conchonery. So Conchonery failed his German check. He had a score of 60. Barton, you failed your anthropology check. Then what you will do is you will roll a d10 and you'll add that many points to your skill. So Conchonery, for your German, yeah, you want to fail your roll. So Conchonery, his German went from a 60 to a 70. So he was able to up that skill. And we're not going to adjust these scores on here because this is the last we'll play with these characters. But I just want to teach you how you level up or how you improve. So far, only Barton Modi has improved his anthropology. Wilma has improved her history.
That was actually pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, wasn't that fun?
Yeah, that went...
No, the dynamite was so clutch because I was like, should I? But like, I'm insane. Of course I should.
Yeah, exactly. That was spectacular. So, any questions about the adventure, or what transpired, or how the system works?
No, I'm good. No, but
Everybody feel like they have a pretty good grasp of it?
Yeah.
Excellent. I want to thank you all for playing. I had a blast playing with you. This was a lot of fun. This is a fun scenario because it's a meat grinder. It's pretty deadly, and it shows exactly how Call of Cthulhu can be deadly. And yeah, it sinks. Really stinks when you get one-shotted by the boss and two people in a row. But that's the nature of unearthing terrible eldritch horrors in a forgotten tomb in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. Absolute butt clutch. That was.
Like, I was not expecting any of us to remain alive and sane. So
Not.
It
Well,
came
I mean,
down
I'm
to
kind of.
Barton Modi getting that fighting back roll because he was most likely going to get just pulped the next round.
I read that wall scroll, and in my mind, that wall scroll said, like, you come in here, you're just dead. Like, good luck, buddy. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
whatever. I might as well go down fighting.
Yeah, you're on borrowed time, so you might as well give everything
that.
you got. I want to thank you all for playing. I had a blast. I'm going to put this recording up on YouTube. I'll send you all the link to it, and you're all more than welcome to watch it. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel if you like. We'll have lots of other videos coming up here. The only thing I would ask in return for how much fun we had this session is if you had a good time, please leave me a 5-star review on StartPlaying. If you didn't have a good time, please let me know how I can improve. I'm always trying to get better, and hopefully I've been able to earn that 5-star review. But like I say, if I haven't, please talk to me, and we'll see what I can do to make that happen. You're all welcome to stick around on the Discord. I'm going to have some other games coming up. I'm going to have... I'll probably have some more of the Necropolis. You could see, because there's still 2 rooms you guys didn't explore, so there's still a little more hiding in here. And I'm going to have some Cipher System games. I've got some games of Vaesen listed, which is it's basically Call of Cthulhu in 19th century Scandinavia. I've got a Vaesen game listed up there. We're going to have.
I signed up for your.
Oh yeah. So I think Henrik's already signed up for the Vaesen game. I've got a Cipher System fantasy game that I think some of you are signed up for, and I'm just about to put up Old Gods of Appalachia, which is a Cipher System game set in the early 20th century Appalachia region of the United States. It's basically Call of Cthulhu in West Virginia kind of thing. So I'm going to have an adventure put up there. So I hope you guys had a blast, and I look forward to playing with you all again.